Hello, it is me, it is she again. Come to share with you the additional messages. We are on the series of being in the process. So I hope that your day is going well thus far. I pray that you are really, following through and honing in on your authenticity and your purest desires of who you really are, working from the inside out. So we've been on this series of in the process, because a lot of people speak about the promise, but they don't speak about the process. They speak about the end destination of where all the glitz, the glamour, the end of the rainbow, of how everything looks so beautiful and how everything turns out to be so perfect, but not telling you or preparing you for the things that's in between. That's the process. So today's process, we spoke on failure, we spoke on insecurity, we spoke on low self-esteem, we spoke on depression. Today we're going to be speaking about marriage. Marriage of two individuals becoming one flesh. That is not, I wouldn't call that a failure, but it is a process. So knowing how to prepare yourself and how to go through the process, you are able to have a successful marriage with and joining one union with another individual. Now, this is a very touchy situation for me, touchy topic. This is a very, very touchy topic for me. I'm a married woman, and I'm in the process. So 8 years in marriage, and I'm still in the process. So this is an extremely, very near and dear topic for me. But I did not choose this topic. This topic chose me. For today, I didn't even know or prepare myself on what to speak on. So I'm just bear with me, because it is touchy. It is a touchy topic for me. But anywho, marriage. What is marriage, right? Marriage is really when you are allowing yourself to mirror another individual and create a lifetime of growing. When you create that lifetime of growing, when you create that commitment, you both are honoring that you have joined forces together, because we all are one, but you have chose your special team of two, because bringing two together in agreement always is more powerful than one. But knowing when you step into that realm of marriage, that it's a process with it. And when you are becoming one flesh, trying to merge your flesh, your spirit as one and operate as unity, there are trials, there are challenges, there are situations, regardless of how long you're in a marriage. Marriage is tough. Marriage is extremely hard. Our society really paint this picture of, oh, that's the American dream. Oh, everyone wants to be married with the family and the picket fence. But everyone isn't necessarily meant to have someone to join them on this journey of life. Some people are meant to go through this journey with their Most High Creator alone, because their Most High Creator want them and them only, and want their undivided attention, without having to go through a process of learning and growing and merging two spirits as one with another individual. But in marriage is a commitment to growth. Marriage is a mirror effect. If you have married your correct partner, marrying your correct partner, you see things within them that you don't like within yourself. And with inside of marriage with your mate, you see a lot of things about them that you don't like. In the beginning, it's pretty, it's glitzy, it's glamorous, it's perfect. You know, you're on a honeymoon blues, and you're doing all of these extravagant things, and then life hits. Reality hits. All of the glitz, the glamour, the pretty stuff is out the window, right? Because you are seeing their flaws. You are really honing in on their imperfections. Why? Why are you honing in on their flaws and their imperfections? Have you ever thought about that question? I'm here to tell you, I'm raw, real, and honest, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm in this process of marriage. You know, it's hard. It's hard as shit. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But whenever you understand that the flaws that you see in your mate, the imperfection, the things that you're honing in, honestly, that's who you are. Those are your areas of growth. That's where you need to focus on growing, because that irritation of them bring that upset of you. Why? Because you haven't healed in that space yet. So you're going to pick and pick and pick and nag and nag and nag and irritate and be frustrated and angry and all of these things, because what? You're looking at yourself. You're looking at yourself. What are you going to do to fix it? So remember, marriage is a process. It's not pretty, it's not easy, and it's painful. But when you're with your right mate, it's worth it, because when you're growing, you are growing into who you were truly supposed to be, not what society told you you're supposed to be, not what society said that you're supposed to look like, or the image that you're supposed to have, the white picket fence. No, every marriage is different. So in the process of marriage, there's going to be a lot of disappointments. There are going to be a lot of changes. So one mate is going to grow faster than the other mate. And then the impatience of waiting for the other mate to grow becomes maximized. It increases because your patience becomes thin. Why? How can you be upset with someone in their process and they was patient with you? They were patient with you through your process. So what it is that you can't be patient? Most importantly, God was patient with you. How long did it take for you to get to where you're at? 30, 40, 50, 60 years? Yeah, it takes that long. So how can you become frustrated with someone else in their process when it took you 20, 30, 40, 50 years to get to yours? That is being in the process. That's being very selfish. Now, it's good to be selfish in some ways, but when you are mirroring another, when you are growing, you must understand patience. Patience while you're growing, understanding that we're all imperfect and we are to go through this process together. Now, one may be resistant to the other, and that's okay, because guess what? Your job is to show and lead by example. As you lead, take away the nagging, take away the complaining, take away the arguing, take away the expectation, and work on you. As you work on you, lead by example, things miraculously happen. The mirror effect, because people, it's on one or two things are going to happen. And if you're with your desired mate, then they are going to force themselves to grow. It's like a force factor. They're going to be forced to grow because they're watching you, and they can't sit back and watch you outgrow them. So they have to do some type of work. That's one thing. The other thing is, if they cannot grow with you, then they have reached their level of growth with you, and that's okay. It's time for you to kind of part ways, because guess what? Marriage is really about being committed, and sometimes being committed, you have to separate, because guess what? There is elevation and separation. So when you separate yourself from other individuals and put all of your focus on you, you elevate, and then you're able to become one. Don't allow anyone to tell you what marriage is supposed to look like or how you're supposed to go through your marriage with your partner. There is no roadmap. There is no guide. It's all you. So it's all the inside of you. Marriage is a process. Marriage is not easy, but remember, your most high creator was patient with you through your 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of growth. You have to be patient and understanding with your mate of their growth. Some mates grow faster than others, and that where you take your focus off your mate in the process and work on you. Do the things that make yourself feel good. Do the things that really grow your spirit while you're on your passion purpose path, because when you're on your passion purpose path, none of those things really matter. You're able to do the things that you need, do the things that you desire, and really focus on you, remembering that you are leading by example. You're leading through action. You can nag, you can complain, you can argue. That does not produce results. What produce real results is leading by example. When you lead by example, you're able to exemplify what it looks like, what growth looks like. So be patient with your mate in the process, because remember, you're in a mirror effect. You're literally in a mirror effect if you're with the right mate. And if you're not with the right mate, you are literally have grown apart. So take the time that you need to heal yourself through whatever it is. Pay close attention and focus. This week is all about really bringing up those brilliant ideas. But remember, in the process, we don't like the process. So trust yourself in the process, trust your work in the process, and most importantly, trust your heart in the process. Your heart is not going to steer you wrong. Follow it. The mind will confuse you. Yes, absolutely true. So follow what your heart tells you to do, because that's your driving force and that's your center. Listen to your heart, pay attention, follow through, and know that you are in the process of marriage, bringing two flesh together as one, uniting and growing together for the support of all mankind involved. So pay attention to what it is that you're doing. Pay attention to your mate. Exemplify leadership. Lead in your growth if the other can't follow. Whatever it is, and if you're not, reach out to someone that can help you lead in your growth. Of course, that's what pure wisdom is for. But understand that marriage is a process. And being in the process of marriage is not pretty and it's painful. Because guess what? You're bringing two people together to try to grow together. Two totally different people trying to come on one common core, one common goal. That's hard, especially when people are set in their ways of doing certain things. So I need for you to be mindful in the things that you're doing, being mindful in the things that you're saying to your mate. Marriage is a process. So while you're in the process, be patient. Most importantly, with being patient, remember that God was patient with you. It's as you went through your 20, 30, 40, 50 years of growth, right? So be patient with your marriage. Be patient with your mate. Most importantly, be patient with you. This is the process, and it's called life. And it does not happen overnight. It will not transform overnight. So release the expectations of perfection and grow through your process, because on the other side of growth is paradise. Much love, light, many blessings. Know that you can reach me if you would like further assistance. Of course, I am she is me. Pure Wisdom, Queen's Essence. Enjoy your day and follow us through the process.